friend. How are you?
I'm okay, man. Thank you for asking. How's everyone here?
I'm good. How are you?
Better now that you're here.
Doing good, doing good.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I gotta
You're
change the
working.
scene. Yeah, I know.
Necra, the only thing that could make us better is if we sold out of shirts, which people could go buy at the link that is somewhere hidden.
I will just there's not GG/pre-order.
Yeah, there. Yeah. Don't you agree, Necra? Would that not make us all better?
Sorry, I missed that. Was that https://collisionseries.gg/pre-order?
Yeah, I think it was.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, man. People should definitely go to that link.
Go buy the shirt. You know who else is buying a shirt? It's Aryeh, because he's off to a fantastic start in this game. But MouseRat, after going down 61%, bringing back the deficit very fast with Pika's options, looking for the down air spike right there. This could start to look reminiscent of when we saw MouseRat versus Lulu earlier. If Aryeh gets caught in too many offstage situations. That Thunder Jolt clank on the Pika could start to get very bad, but Pikachu is a relatively light character, so getting caught by too many of those back throws could be disastrous for MouseRat.
Wow.
That was frame 6, by the way.
Is it?
What? Oh, MouseRat using his own electricity to cancel out Aryeh's electricity. Wow.
Tell me about
That's
it, THC.
impressive. That's impressive. That was a positive charge interacting with that negative charge right there.
Well, actually, opposites attract. That would have been two of the same charge, so it would have pushed
You're
that
correct.
one away.
See?
I'm gonna have to.
Can I get an in chat?
This is why you gotta study Spanish, everybody.
Yeah. Got me, dude. That's the reason why I have my degree in communications and not physics.
Up there through the
I
ledge.
just played with
That's
Vegas
so
on
much
skid.
damage, actually.
Yeah.
He can fire into F smash. It's an option that we've seen come from Aryeh before in these sets, but he's making really good use of it right there and using Ness's quick aerial to contest MouseRat in the air. Make sure he doesn't take too much from a single interaction. Trying to catch that down smash off the ledge, but no. MouseRat could possibly take this very soon if Aryeh isn't careful, but the same goes in reverse. That dash attack looking very, very good right now. Fair could end up sniping him again. And then
What? Okay, quick attack was insane.
Holy
cow.
That somebody clipped that.
May I please say that edge guard was in fact tasty.
That edge guard was electrifying.
that edge guard was last.
Yeah.
Yo,
I don't have one.
That's gonna be the
that
last
back
time
there
you'll
was
make
so
it.
flat.
I mean, it's not that hard.
Well, I mean, don't you want it to be built to last instead of just being last?
No, it was just me.
I'd rather be built different. You feel me? Just like how
RJ,
the Pikachu is right now. Oh no, he's
RJ, that was tasty emote when.
I mean, we can make it happen.
Let's make it happen, dude.
Let's make it happen.
Someone mute Nick, please.
Never.
Oh, looking for that sweet spot of Thunder right there. Aryeh answering back with the up air a little bit closer on small battlefield and will be at the end of this first game. Aryeh doesn't need much more to make this done. But getting some nice heals, sorry, not kills, with the PK Magnet. MouseRat struggling to get back onto stage, using that get up attacking, connecting with the wake up.
Nice frame.
MouseRat is out here with a vengeance, going up 1-0 in this best of 5.
That was a clean fair. But you know what else is clean? Collisionseries.gg/pre-order. The shirt is pretty clean too.
Yeah,
I hope so. Who would want a funky shirt?
I was gonna follow up on that, but I had to double check. I was like, wait, hold up. Wait. Am I not buying clean shirts?
Buying the shirt would...
Look, if we're...
Of course.
Please,
I made it.
please make sure...
Kind of sorta.
Look, please make sure to sell clean shirts to our fellow brothers.
All I did was
in the
place
Smash
text on
community,
it.
because if we could all just do one thing real quick before we go back to live events.
Power.
I'd rather not have to continue to wear my face mask when we're at these events. Please.
I don't know, bro.
Clean
That
shirts,
black
the
face
new
mask
shirts,
looking kind of
the
cute.
new shirts that you can
Everyone
buy
wearing
today.
face mask at my event till 2023. Facts.
I mean, for real, probably yeah.
Oh,
I'm
no,
gonna be
man.
wearing a face mask. I think it looks cool.
I love wearing a face mask. It hides my big ass head. But we're getting into game number 2.
You know how like you go to a frostbite and you always get sick when you come back home? Like we're done with that. We have the solution. It is part of the norm.
There's not even. It's not even just a solution. We got new marketing opportunities. Like imagine selling like frostbite masks at the door with entry.
Or actually, imagine this: a mask that has like an Isabel holding a piranha plant.
I'm imagining that right now.
It's great. Like I think I've seen it on a shirt before too.
I'm about to make collision mask, bro. That's happening.
That's free money.
How well you guys segue into the shirt every time.
I'm gonna actually start making a betting table to see how many shirt segues we can get in before Last starts actually commentating.
And speaking of segues, have you guys checked out collisionseries.gg/preorder?
Yeah, see, now you're getting it.
See, this commentary dynamic works out because we have Last, who's actually doing a good job on commentary, and then there's all of us promoting the
sorry
merchandise.
guys, we're complete shitters all the time.
If there's one thing I learned from LTTstore.com, I learned how to segue.
See, I came here with the intentions of actually casting like normal, and then RJ told me before I got in here that this could happen, and all bets were off.
I warned you.
I heard somebody say .com. You know what else is a website? Collisionseries.gg/preorder.
Real talk, we're serious all the time, and you know, with the entire climate and everything going on. Guys have fun, you know? That's it.
Have fun wearing this new Isabel shirt carrying piranha plant, which you can find at collisionseries.gg/preorder.
How did you do it? It's actually like a science.
You watch enough Linus Tech Tips.
You know what else is determined science? Photosynthesis. You know what else does that? Plants. Kind of like the plant that Isabel carries on the Collision Series.
That was a pro
Look
one.
like she's
That was a pro
carrying.
one. You know what is also pro? MouseRat definitely trying to edge. Successfully guarding him.
Successfully. See, that's the proper way to be a caster. You speak about something before it happens, and all of a sudden it just happens.
MouseRat telling him you do not have enough juice to get here. You are not as electrifying as me to get back to the stage. You cannot handle me.
Where's this going?
I have no idea.
How are you gonna get to the shirt?
It's crazy because no, it's crazy because it's kind of you can't handle like how Isabel can't handle that plant that she's carrying, which is on a shirt that just so happens to be sold on collisionseries.gg/preorder.
Jax gets me. I was waiting for someone to come bounce off to sell the shirt. See,
just like Piranha Plant is bouncing off the ground, which you can get on a T-shirt at collisionseries.gg/preorder.
It's beautiful. You know, right now Aryeh cannot land, kind of like how you can't land directly on top of Piranha Plant, who happens to be on a shirt while being held by Isabel.
That's true, and you know, I'm so glad you said that.
For the dear love of God, stop talking about that shirt.
Just let me commentate the match. I'm begging you.
You know what the easiest way to get us to stop doing this is?
Shirt's about to be over.
Alright, so do you think he did that intentionally just to shorten the distance for him getting some ledge?
Just to shorten the distance?
I think so.
Like, yeah, I mean...
I think he's been doing that intentionally this whole time.
You know,
you always want to
unintentionally the shirt. There you go.
You want to collide with the hitbox, particularly around the range of where the shirt is, because that shirt is not the shirt that should be wearing right now. All right, I'm done for like 5 minutes.
We're good. I think for the rest of the event, we're good. We're good.
Alright, no more shirt, please.
No more shirt.
Dude, Aryeh's gonna go back to like watch the match.
I don't know, man. Talking about the shirt,
buy a shirt to light it on fire afterwards.
How do you explain game one? Because we were talking about the shirt then too.
No, we started it. We didn't continue.
There's absolutely no way there was as much shot chat in that game as there was in that one that just finished there. Absolutely.
LTTstore.com.
Someone time out the mods, please.
Oh my god.
Anarchy in chat.
It's fine, I'll tell myself out.
You can't time me out. I'm too powerful.
I'm too tasty.
Honestly, that's the CPU pin shirt is like really nice.
I'll read out Sweet Lou. I dropped my phone, but you know what else got dropped? Piranha Plant got dropped from my Isabel. You can see that on a shirt at https://collisionseries.gg/preorder.
All right, you know what? Last year, all right, you earned the victory to have this because you actually did the backslashes.
Let's give this one a good one.
All right, so on the game number 3 here, losers finals game, best of 5. Obviously, one of the problems that happened in the last game, particularly, was the fact that there was just so much landing option control, kind of like what's happening right now. MouseRat, and there's the jump. Excuse me, not the jump. Actually got away from it. But if MouseRat recognized the high recovery there, that could have been sniping a jump. And really, it's kind of been hard for Aryeh to consistently land. In a matchup where normally Ness can just box out a shield and back off Pikachu, for the most time, kind of free.
The one I really want to point out about MouseRat's gameplay thus far, not just in this set, but in this tournament in general, is such good use of quick attack, not just to get back to shield, or not just to get back to stage, excuse me, but also to get a little bit of extra damage every time. Like, MouseRat never just up-Bs back to the ledge. They are almost always heading right into their opponent's faces to get a little bit of extra damage. And right here we can see that in full force, escaping from the PK Thunder, escaping from the ledge trap by going right into Aryeh and getting some damage right there. 142% on Ness, a little bit more from Pika is going to be curtains. That back air could lead into something in an edge guard situation right here. Looking for the snipes, but no, Aryeh barely manages to make it back to stage safely and could get an edge guard of his own started in just a second. But no, the back air is not going to connect, but the back throw does kill. Aryeh going up one stock early on in this game 3.
That was really good. That was like excellent option coverage right there at the ledge too, because not only did Aryeh cover the option of the roll in by doing the down air cancel, but positioned perfectly to get that back throw. But the dash attack's gonna come through, get the KO. MouseRat is now having to deal a bit more with, I think, a bit more of a confident Aryeh in terms of actually putting out the disjointed hitboxes, and these retreating PK fires are actually beating out what would normally be those quick attacks into center stage, like you said a second ago, and those retreating forward smashes that MouseRat has been getting a lot of.
It's also really interesting to see how Aryeh is interacting with MouseRat's shield, because every time MouseRat is sitting in shield, Aryeh is spacing an aerial or going for some form of grab. And MouseRat actually hasn't spent too much time chilling in shield, but because of the way Ness's disjoints work in those extended hitboxes, it's actually very, very safe to just kind of chill on your opponent's shield. It's one of the few characters where you can do that. MouseRat, though, using the Thunder Jolt as a bait to get Aryeh to pull out Psy Magnet and then smacking him off stage, forcing an SD situation right there. Aryeh was just way too far away from stage to be able to make it back safely, and MouseRat suddenly in the lead, in the driver's seat of this game 3.
Yo-yo Gobber.
And takes it right back, too.
So the other thing that sorry, go ahead.
On you go.
I just wanted to point out the metagame behind this game within the set. Because it's a best of 5 and it's game 3, whoever wins this game puts themselves in the best possible position for the rest of the set. Because if you win game 4, good, the set's over. If you lose game 4, then you have counterpicker's advantage for the final game of the set. So no matter what, you've set yourself up in the best possible situation. And it's looking like MouseRat is fighting very, very hard to put himself there.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that was it. Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, just like the same thing that happened in the last stock. MouseRat just kind of follows Aryeh down because you're in full advantage there. Even if you miss attack off of a trade from a forward air, you have quick attack. You're making that back. So just forcing Aryeh to go too far out of range that even if you don't connect, PK Thunder isn't gonna make it. PK Thunder 2 isn't gonna make it back.
Yeah, Necro, finally get through your statement. Hurry.
It was about the game at hand. It's just an interesting point, right? The use of the side air starting to cause problems, and MouseRat's really taking advantage of all of these neutral spaces and holding zones really, really well. Just using the side airs and some of the dash attacks, and it's really having to make Aryeh double check whether you can get away with doing the absorb, because you can catch the dash attack with the absorb at least, and then you get plus frames, or you're going to fall behind if you catch the jump air. So there's this constant 50-50 game, and Aryeh looks like he's losing out on most of it.
Agreed.
Yeah, MouseRat, going off of that, MouseRat is doing a fantastic job of managing risk-reward in these scenarios. Because the worst thing that happens if he reads it wrong, Aryeh absorbs maybe a Thunder Jolt, or maybe gets like one forward air for 12%. If he doesn't get the absorb and MouseRat's risk reward pays off, MouseRat takes so much more with a Pika Loop, because Pika Loops are so devastatingly damaging, and Aryeh is just struggling to keep up with that raw damage output. In this game, though... Sorry, go ahead.
Look at it. You can see here now, right? The conditioning is already starting to set in, where anytime they catch themselves, where MouseRat is catching an opportunity to set up with neutral B and just let the Thunder Jolt bounce along, Aryeh is already now in the conditioned state of defaulting to try and absorb, and that's just allowing the dash attack to come in, the jumping airs coming through, and there's a spike as well for a huge finish. Catching that on 103, no fear, hanging off the edge. That's a lot of pressure.
And I love the fact that MouseRat didn't budge off the stage when there was an opportunity post that PK Thunder clanking off the Thunder Jolt. Because most of the time somebody will try to drop off stage on the first attempt there, and because of that, he decided to hold his ground, got the single hit jab that pushed him down in the right spot to guarantee the down air. Too many people in that situation see an opportunity, they see red, and then they just fall into the trap of getting hit by PK Thunder 2, or they go too far out and it lets Aryeh get back. So even though it's back down to an even game right now, MouseRat's just ledge advantage has been so solid throughout the set.
I totally agree with that. You gotta give it to MouseRat. He definitely knows this matchup. You know, he's putting himself in the right spots. He knows where he can pick up that extra damage, and he is putting Aryeh in spots where he is putting himself in disadvantage state.
Just to catch on as well from this last point as well, we're talking about how he's eking out every last possible advantage of a quick attack. They have been letting Ness land on these platforms, and anytime the two of them land on the same platform together, Ness is defaulting to fall down because it's not a great spot to be in for Ness. So what MouseRat has been doing is catching these quick attacks off to the side and then straight back at a really steep angle down directly where the Ness is falling to. So he's actually catching both halves. It's really good, and it's leading to these big damage outputs. Taking a lead again, another high damage stock. Let's just see how much chip can get through before this stock goes down.
The one thing that I want to point out about these high damage stocks is that because MouseRat is staying alive at the end of these, he's always been the one coming out first on, or sorry, I keep messing that up, my apologies. Always been the one coming out first, always been the one holding onto the stocks the longest. Rage is becoming a factor, and he's at, they're at half rage right now. Half rage Pika is not something to be taken lightly. Half rage Pika can do insane damage output, like with one back air, that was nearly 20%. The back throw coming out of Aryeh is going to take the stock with 58% extra credit on the board. Aryeh is going to have a very tough time to claw back this lead, this game, and maybe even the set.
Yeah, it's all about risk management right now. It's like you can't afford to take too many more trades. Pikachu already has to hunt down that singular kill, and now in this position too, while a forward smash at the ledge, a high jump forward air could take it out. So at 92, like you have to, like normally you'd be willing to put those nairs out or those forward airs to try and trade, but I think we're gonna see more reserved ground game, kind of like what we saw just a second ago for an option, because you can't afford to take these air airs really anymore.
That was very close to the... Oh, on you go, sorry?
We keep talking about all like the great things that MouseRat's doing, but Aryeh is keeping right up there with him despite all of the great things you've been pointing out about MouseRat. So, you know, Aryeh's not out of this. Like, this is a dead even game.
Yeah, that's why I was pointing out, like, the thing that for Aryeh to really, like, kind of shut it down a bit is like, MouseRat is consistently catching the air airs as the matches progress. So if you kind of hold your ground, wait for that one miscue, it'll open up a bit more of these side magnets like we're seeing now, or a better option for those nairs out of shield, because before MouseRat was just dipping around them.
Okay. I kind of looking for these. Like as long as MouseRat doesn't get hit by his side Bs, because that's mostly the biggest habit Aryeh is going in for. He's consistently fishing for something to confirm with side B. So as long as MouseRat can avoid that.
Oh, that's a far catch.
Yeah, he just catches him right there with the fair to take the set. So shout outs to both players, doing great. But unfortunately, Aryeh is going to take third place today.